This is not financial advice, not legal advice, for entertainment, educational purposes only, and anything I say is my opinion. Please don't make any financial decision based on anything I say in these videos. Listen, double check you're still subscribed to the channel. Double check your notifications are on. And if you hit that like button, double check it's working properly, because these bad actors are working overtime to suppress the channel, suppress the videos, because they're terrified of more people becoming aware of all the fraud and corruption in the United States stock market. Guys, listen, I got all these shills and even some people who I don't think are shills telling me that they will never let XRP holders become millionaires. Okay? That is the narrative they keep pushing. People keep telling me nonsense about that. Let me tell you guys something. They are not gonna be able to control that. First of all, they can't control how much XRP you buy. If you want to buy 10, 20, 100, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, that's all on you. That's one thing. The second thing is this. They can manipulate XRP down now because a lot of the XRP spot ETFs are not up and running yet. So the real demand isn't there yet. The real demand isn't there yet. Not just that, they still haven't started taking real world assets and tokenizing them on the XRP ledger yet. Okay, they haven't started that. And XRP has not even really touched the cross-border money transfers yet. They have not touched it. SWIFT is still moving along like a horse and buggy, and XRP sitting on the sidelines like a jet plane. Okay? XRP sitting on the sidelines like a jet plane. If there's anybody who thinks any normal business owner, government, or institution is going to send their money on SWIFT that's going to take 3 to 5 days to clear and cost them a whole lot of money, then send it on XRP and it settles in seconds and it costs pennies on the dollar. Anybody who thinks that business model is going to last in the next 5 years is obviously not paying attention. Nobody's going to send $1 million and spend $30,000 and it takes them 3 to 5 days to clear, when they can send it with XRP and it takes seconds to clear and it costs them pennies on the dollar. Nobody's going to continue to do that. That business model is done. That business model is done. The only reason that it hasn't went full scale right now is because they're still feeling it out. But once it goes mainstream, it's over. So right now, yes, they're manipulating XRP. There's no doubt in my mind about that. And I'm not telling you to buy, hold, or sell XRP. I'm telling you that they won't be able to stop it. They won't be able to stop it. There's too much demand for XRP globally. Businesses, institutions, governments, banks, retail investors all over the globe are pro XRP. Everybody sees what XRP can do. And they know that XRP is the future of finance. So do the bad actors want retail investors, everyday Americans, everyday hardworking people all around the world financially independent? Of course not. They don't want you financially independent. They need you to show up to work. They need you in McDonald's and in Walmart and Target and all kind of other, in the cubicles. In the cubicles, they need you working. They need you working. So they don't want you financially independent. But do I think they can stop it? No, I do not. Can they delay it? Of course they can delay it, because they have 20, 30 years of manipulating markets. They are experts at this. This is what they do. But can they do it forever? No. They can't do it forever, because there's just too much demand for XRP all around the globe. And like I tell you guys all the time, once they are engaging in fraud and it costs the 1%ers money, the SEC, the DOJ, and the FBI is going to step in. They are not allowed to engage in fraudulent activity that costs the 1%ers money. If it costs retail investors, pension funds, and institutions that follow the rules money, the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI, they practice willful blindness. They act like they don't see nothing going on. But once the 1%ers lose money from that fraudulent activity, the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI step in. They form joint task force and they go after the bad actors. One of the rules I've learned in the last 5 years is this. You're not allowed to rob from 1%ers. You're allowed to rob from retail investors. You're allowed to rob from pension funds. You're allowed to rob from institutions that follow the rules. But once you engage in activity or fraudulent activity that costs the 1%ers money, the SEC, the DOJ, the FBI, they step in quick. Look at Sam Bankman-Fried. Anyway, please leave some comments. Tell me what you think. Do you think that these bad actors don't want XRP holders financially independent? And do you think they can do that forever? Anyway, have a great day. God bless, and I appreciate y'all on this journey with me.